Hey Lou, I'm Sherry Farmer, and today is Tuesday, July 22nd. And today just might be the hottest day in St. Louis so far this summer. And when we sweat in St. Louis, we sweat St. Louis style.
I'm sweating like a halogen bulb at the Ameren UE office.
I am sweating like a pig at Pappy's.
I'm sweating like Roy Blunt campaigning in the Grove.
I'm sweating like a Cubs fan at a Cardinals game.
I'm sweating like a drinker in rush hour on the Poplar Street Bridge.
Yes, that's how we sweat in St. Louis. We also complain a lot about parking. If you've ever come into the city of St. Louis, you know parking is an issue, as it is in every major city.
We just like to whine about it more.
But actually, there are not only a lot of good places to park for free in and around St. Louis, there are some other matters of convenience you may want to know about. Anina, would you like to explain?
No, but I will. It's actually John Knoll's idea. It's called free parking and free pooping in St. Louis. Actually, John's downtown right now with one of your first freebie spots. John?
Now, this lot is at the intersection of Olive and 15th Street, and this lot is for the Central Library, where you can get a free token to get out of the parking lot. And that also brings us to our next thing. The library, where you can poop for free.
Earlier, John went across the river to the east side with another free clever parking trick.
Another good place to park is here at the Casino Queen on the East Riverfront. This one's good in case you want to get on the Metrolink and take it to the city, or walk to Busch Stadium without having to pay.
But keep in mind, if you take the Metrolink, you're going to have to pay for round-trip tickets, but it's still cheaper than parking. What else have you got, John?
Or you can poop at the Arch.
Yes. Actually, you can use the facilities at any national monument for free, but this is the first one on your right as you drive across the Poplar Street Bridge.
So here at Cherokee in Ohio, there's a pooper right here. Or at the Loop, you can park at this lot behind Fitz's, or at the lot behind the Moonrise Hotel.
And there you have just a few of the many places you can park or poop for free in and around St. Louis. Back to you, Sherry. None too soon.
Thanks, Nina, for handling that so delicately. And let's add to our Sweatin' St. Louis style list. I'm sweating like Nina in a John Knoll video report. And now for the impossible transition. Here's Ron and Joy with another St. Louis restaurant review.
Sherry, Joy, and I went to the original City Diner on South Grand, and we had breakfast for dinner. I started...
A joke?
No, I started with poached eggs because I like poached eggs for breakfast and they were perfect. And the bacon was perfect to a crisp, the toast was perfect, and the country potatoes, they were pretty good. Now, Joy, I challenge you to use that word perfect in a review someday.
Well, Ron, I used to look at the menu and order something and imagine it's the very best way possible, and I was almost always disappointed.
Perfect.
So now, I imagine it to be the very worst thing I could possibly tolerate, and I'm hardly ever disappointed.
That's probably how we stayed married all these years.
I also like it when the server is honest. Like I asked him, should we get the hash browns or should we get the country potatoes? And he said the country potatoes. But then I went and imagined that they had onion and green pepper in them, and they didn't, so I was disappointed.
See, now that's a City Diner. I don't really think of them as country potatoes. They're more like county potatoes.
I also had a pancake. Now, you can't really imagine too much on that. Fluffy, buttermilk, right? Mine was super tough, had to cut it with a knife and a fork. That means somebody in the kitchen was beating the batter too long.
I can't get...
No satisfaction?
No.
Oh.
Although that possibility may be another discussion, but right now I can't get over how when we go out to eat you almost always order pancakes and you never seem to like them.
Well, I'm hopeful, Ron, which is why we've stayed married all these years.
Well, I give it a fork up.
I'll have to give it a fork down.
Are we still talking about City Diner or our marriage now?
Stay hopeful, Ron. Just keep hoping on.
The music on today's show is Norma Lee by the Melissa Niels Band. You can catch them this Friday night at Honey Bar on Manchester. Have a cool week, St. Louis.